back. So every single one of them, every time they saw me walking down the street, they're like, "Hey, is it normal to go to the bathroom this much and with this bad smell?" I'm like, "That is perfect. That means that whatever is inside of you, that is exactly what's coming out." So we have a lot of people that are going to have a lot of huge testimonies, people with tumors,
Mm,
people that have issues with gastritis, people that couldn't go to the bathroom. I have 5 women that would smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. And as I left today, all of them came up to me, gave me a hug, and said, "I have not been able to touch a single cigarette ever
mm.
since I started detoxing and ever since I started taking your V control." So
Wow.
I had to say it was a very nice experience, and it
Mhm.
was exactly what I was hoping for, and it's exactly what we all stand for. So I'm very
Amen.
grateful. I'm very happy. And we are definitely going to be back in Spain, David, in 2 months. So get ready because we're going to be in Asturias. We're going to be in Madrid. We are going to be in
Madrid.
Barcelona.
Hey.
So we got to get
Oh my
together, my brother.
goodness. Madrid, Barcelona, Spain. I'm there. I will be there. Yes, yes, yes. I will be there as soon as you say. Don't worry. You can count on me. That's awesome. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't
Yes.
put my camera because I'm in the car. We literally just landed in Miami. And I'm in the car with family heading back to Orlando. But there's no way I'm gonna miss this meeting after coming back with this excitement, this fire, and I'm
Mhm.
just so blessed to have Vital Health in all of our lives, all of us, including everybody on this call. So
Well, I
it's a
want to ask
blessing.
everybody. I want to ask everybody to please, please, please go ahead and invite whoever you have that's going to be on this call tonight, so that they can actually listen to the presentation. Our business is so simple. All we have to do basically is just, invite people to this I would say presentation meeting every single week, and then when the people listen to what's going on and what's about to happen, of course, and especially those that know about this industry, they get super excited. But most of the time, people that have an illness or that are dealing with a condition, when they hear what's happening with this company and the products, they often make a choice to say, you know what, I want to try this because I've tried everything else and it's not working. So this will be a perfect opportunity for you right now, since we have a small moment, to please text as many people as you can. Send out some text to people that you know, so they can listen in on this presentation, and so that they can actually, weigh the decision. This is something that they would like to do. Now, a lot of you already have people that are doing the business with you. A lot of you already have signed up persons that are working with you in this business. And I want to tell you, this is the perfect moment for them to become successful, because you see, everything happens with the thought, right? So the first question to your mind is this something that I can do? Can I do this? And the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Of course you can. But then that thought goes away, and then you got involved. But if there isn't someone there that in the beginning is motivating you, coaching you, supporting you, and letting you know that you can do this too, sometimes people just fall by the wayside. So you don't want to leave anybody behind. Kind of like the army, right? We want to always have people be empowered and be with us. In the army, they never leave everybody behind. Nobody gets left behind. So if you already signed up someone to work with you in our company, please, please send them a text right now and tell them, come into the presentation. It's already 5:30 or 8:30, wherever you are, and let them know that they should also invite their guests. If they've been talking to their friends, their cousins, their brothers, their sisters, their uncles, their aunts, if they've been talking to anybody in their circle of influence, have them also be on this call right now. Because you see, that person trusted you, so they signed up and they're now in your business. They're involved with you in your organization, in your business. So now you need to follow up, and you need to stick close to them, and you need to motivate them into actually being present in this presentation. Sometimes people say, well, they're going to be talking about the same thing. The answer is yes. When you watch a commercial about McDonald's, do they ever tell you what's going on in Kentucky Fried Chicken? No. When you watch a commercial about, I would say, J.C. Penney, do they ever talk to you about tools that you can buy at another store for cars? No. They talk to you about clothing. you're always going to hear all the time what that company is offering every day. So if you come into this presentation and somebody says to you, "Oh yeah, I already heard it. They're always talking about the same thing. It's always about the same thing." Yeah, of course. And remember, our presentations are for the new people. And if you're new and you're on this call, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you. I want to tell you thank you for being here and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to us this evening. And then right now, I'm asking everybody else, and even you, if you're new, call somebody that you know. If there's anybody that you know in your circle of influence, friends, family members, people that you think would benefit from something like this, please let them know that they should be on this call. Text them and tell them you need to be on this call. And please also invite some guests so that they can hear this too. And I'm a great believer, right? I'm a great believer that a lot of us go through tough times. A lot of us sometimes go through some moments in life in which, things are not going quite as they should be. And then we pray and then we ask God for help, right? And I'm a firm believer that some people are asking God for help for a condition that they're dealing with. And it's like, please, Lord, can you help me with this condition? Can you please help me and help me find a solution so that I can get better, right? And then if you make that call and talk to somebody that already prayed for it, that makes you the answer to that person's prayer. And I believe that tremendously because you know what? This product is a great product. It's tremendous. It works at a very high grade. Sometimes it works in a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, and sometimes it works in a day or two. The reality is it's going to work. So if you know someone that may be dealing with a condition that may need this product, please call them right now so they can come and check this out, so they can listen and see if this is something that could work with them. But you know what? There's also somebody, praying next to their bed, asking for God to help them find an additional job or maybe even a business opportunity or something where they can make some extra money. And I'm a firm believer in that as well, and of course this company offers that opportunity. We have that where we can actually help and teach people how they can become successful in an industry such as this. I feel sometimes, restrained because it's Zoom. And in Zoom, I cannot reach my hand out there and touch you. I would love to hug you and touch you and tell you, you can do this. You can do it. I want to be your cheerleader. Unfortunately, we're in Zoom, and people that know me, they know that that's who I am. I actually sit with people and I talk and I teach and I show until the people get it. But you know what? Unfortunately, we're doing Zoom. And if this is what you can get from me, which is a Wednesday night and a Thursday night for training, I would suggest that you take it because people in the past have paid a lot of money to hear these presentations and to hear some trainings. But the reality is this, you might know someone that's looking to make some extra money. And there's those folks that are out there that are in your circle of influence. You can call them right now and tell them to come into this conversation because immediately after we talk about the product, we're also going to talk about, how the company is offering an opportunity for those folks that want to make money. And by the way, you can make money not just here in the US, you can make money anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, I want you to know that Mr. Dion Leon, who is on this call right now, he just landed because I was talking to the gentleman that picked him up at the airport. He just landed from Spain and he was working there with his family and talking about our company. Of course, he was doing some personal family visits too. Now, this weekend, I get to go to a beautiful country called Haiti. I will be in Haiti Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I will be in Dominican Republic. So I'll be in Dominican Republic Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then leaving on Sunday because it's Father's Day. So, we have a huge schedule coming up this week, and we're going to be in other countries that we're just getting started, like Haiti and Dominican Republic, which recently got started. But you know what, though? About 2 weeks ago, we were also in Colombia. The company is also in Mexico. The company is also in El Salvador, Guatemala. It's also in Peru, Ecuador, of course, Canada, the US, Puerto Rico, and in Europe, in all of the European nations. And by the way, it's about to start in Africa, 4 countries of Africa. So if you're new to this call, I want you to know that you can actually put yourself in a position to where you can actually make a serious income based on just inviting people to a simple presentation so they can hear what's going on. And then when they make a choice to actually either buy some product or join the business, you can make some money too. And you can do it by Zoom. Our Zoom is available all over the world. That means that someone right now could be in on this call in Europe and Africa or somewhere else in the world. This afternoon, I was speaking with someone that was in Australia, and it was very early in the morning over there, about 9 a.m. And I sent her the link. I'm not sure if she's going to be on this call or not, but I got to tell you something. If if I get introduced to more people in Australia, I'll be having to go to work in Australia. So that's how beautiful this business is, and that's how beautiful this company is. So, before I continue, let me just get to it. I want to actually get right to our presentation so that we can save in interest of saving time, right? We'll do this right away. So, as I mentioned, my name is David Gonzalez, right? And I'm with Vital Health. Vital Health is the name of our company. Our company is actually in Mexico. Our company has been around now for 4 years. It got started on February 22 of 2022, right? The company's motto is to live an abundant life. Always remember that. This is something that we need to do on a daily basis. Live abundantly, right? Live like you mean it in all aspects, right? And that means health also, health and financial wellness. And our company focuses on that. As you can tell, this presentation is not updated and it's showing just 2 countries. But as I mentioned, we're already in 37 countries in the world, and it keeps on growing. And it's just getting started because it's been 4 years. And the truth of the matter is that the company has been around since February 2022, and it's still in its formulation stage, right? And what I mean by formulation stage, it means that all companies go through the same process of growth. In the beginning, all companies go through the formulation stage. That's when you begin to just set it all up, create and prepare, right? Establish territories, and then begin to actually produce the smallest amount so that you can move to the next level, which is called the concentration phase. Right now, I would say we're still at the formulation phase, entering into the concentration phase in 2026. The company is fairly new, but it has so much success. In Mexico, it's already the number 2 company in the country, and it has accomplished that goal last year on its third year. And Mexico is a huge country. It's actually has 154 million people. For a company to state that they are number 2 in the nation, that's a lot. There's other companies in Mexico that are great. They're huge. They're gigantic. But this company, in its growth of the new companies that are there, is one of the fastest growing companies. And here in the U.S., is taken on also, a face of its own. We've been around here in the U.S. for about 2 years, and we're almost going to be a 2 years, 2-year-old company here in the United States. But it's grown so fast. Right now we primarily are focused here in the West Coast and also in the East Coast. So we're in California. Some of you are in Connecticut, New York, Miami, Orlando. So we're West Coast, East Coast, but the whole rest of the country is still needs to hear about this. So the market is wide open. But I just want to let you know, at this stage of the game right now, there's a lot of people already making hundreds of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis because it is a product that truly does work. And as I said earlier, this is something that a lot of people are looking forward to because it's not often that you get to see a company that when you take the product, you get a result, in some cases in a half an hour, in some cases within a day. And when it does that, and it's all natural, 100% all natural, it's like eating a leaf of lettuce or a tomato, right? It's all natural, 100%. And it does great goodness for your work, for your body. So when you have a product like that, and then you have really conscious-minded owners that have a vision and a mission to grow the company, worldwide, then you got a hit. And that's exactly what we have. And right now we're explosively growing, and just like this rocket right here, it's taking off, right? And let me just get to the next slide here. These are the guys that made it all happen. There's 4 owners in the company, or 4 founders. The first one, which is the guy that I always talk about, is this guy down here in the bottom. His name is Alex Reynoso. He's the one that got me involved in this company. He's the one that actually called me to try to get me to take a look at it. As a matter of fact, Alex and I go way back. He actually worked with me. He worked with me and he worked for our company about, I would say, 12 to 13 years ago. And that's how we met. And, many years have passed, and then he went off and did his own thing. And then lo and behold, he actually became a business owner in different parts of here in the United States and then in Mexico. And then he owned several businesses. And then, of course, he bought a company that actually produced products in Mexico, and he began to run that. But then it wasn't until 2019 when he met Dr. Tony, which is this gentleman right up here. Dr. Tony was called by Alex's mother-in-law because his father-in-law was sick. His father-in-law had an illness in which he actually wasn't able to get over it. I believe he had cancer, and they sent him home to die. So Dr. Tony came to the hospital during COVID, took him home, and made him better. Dr. Tony gave him a year and a half more worth of life. You know, the gentleman is already beyond his 70s and he passed away, but he didn't die of that. He died of something else. But this is when Alex actually noticed that Dr. Tony's products really work. Because Dr. Tony has a fame in Mexico of actually helping people with many illnesses. As a matter of fact, people come to see Dr. Tony from Europe, from Canada, from the US, from uh, Australia, and they go there to become cured. Now, people talk like that in Mexico. We cannot say those words here in the U.S. because it's different, right? But here in the U.S., you go to the doctor to get treated. In Mexico, you go to the doctor to get cured. It's a totally different system. But the thing is this, Dr. Tony's products have really helped so many people, and they've actually helped a lot of people from many different illnesses come around and actually become better. And then, of course, this is where Dr. Tony and Alex met. And then Alex asked Dr. Tony, why don't we take your products and create a company that we can take all over the world because they truly do work. And then that's how the company got started. That's basically the whole story. That happened on February 22 of 2022. But of course, they needed money, so they got these two gentlemen here to help, which is Mr. Alberto Barrera and Gustavo Barrera. Both of them came in on the company and they actually provided the funds. They are two very important brothers of a very important family who actually have a lot of money and they own a lot of different, cattle ranches and many different buildings and real estate in Hermosillo, Mexico, which is where the company is founded. And of course, the company became brand new right there. It's called Vitalhealth. And of course, it's been growing tremendously. Right now, the company has been in the US since about 2 years ago, and it's growing all over the place. It is a company that has over 500 employees. They have about 7 buildings, three of which are actually laboratories. These are laboratories that are approved, as it says right here, by FDA, COFEPRIS, RGSA, and they have all the different certifications of different countries of the world. Because, of course, to sell in other countries, you have to be certified, right? And you have to have approval by the certifying bodies of those countries, like the FDA for the USA. Anyway, these laboratories are all inspected on a monthly basis. They're constantly being inspected because this is where they make all the products, right? So the company manufactures everything. It is a company that owns everything. They own all the buildings. They own all the products that they have. They have product that they order from Mexico, from Asia, and also from Europe. All those herbs, they come as an extract. And then, of course, the company processes it, that processes all of them. And then, they put them into all of our products. And the thing is this, they own all the process. They own all the machinery and equipment. Why do I say that? Because a lot of companies, they have a lot of debt. And you have to be careful because if a company is heavily indebted, when they start the business, they can easily fall because they owe too much money. This company owes no one nothing. That's why it's growing so fast. All the money that the company makes is put right back into the company. And then, of course, that's how they're able to grow all over the world. And it's actually very, very, a very stimulating thing for me to say because there's a lot of people in our industry that look for that. People are tired of working for companies that all of a sudden fall because they were in too much debt. And what we do here basically is we actually ask a very simple question. And then we ask you the same question, right? The question is basically, how are you protecting yourself, right? So you might ask, protect myself from what? Well, the reality is we need to nowadays protect ourselves. And we need to do something that's very diligent, which is protect ourselves from stress, from pollution, from all the pesticides and herbicides that are in all of our foods and things that we eat. And then we also need to protect ourselves from the food that we eat. Some of the eating habits that we have are not quite right. We're constantly, out there and, doing our work, going to school, running around, but we don't have a lot of time to cook anymore. And then, of course, we have to protect ourselves from the lack of sleep. I mean, how many people do you know that are constantly stressed? They just turn on the television and right away they hear all kinds of bad news, or there's stress in the household, there's stress in the marriage, there's stress with the kids, there's stress with many different things going on in their job, right? All that causes issues on the inside, and we all get sick. We don't see it because it happens slowly. It creeps up on you very slowly. But then there comes a moment in time in which you feel, right, like something's going on. Then you go to a doctor and then prescribe you things, and the reality is, this is when it becomes tough because whatever you're given then gives you some other effect that they have to give you another medicine for that, and then another medicine for that effect and things like that. That's kind of what we're talking about here. A lot of us have many different things we need to protect ourselves from. There's also a lot of pollution out there. No matter where you live, there's pollution. There's pollution in some homes. Some of the houses have, a lot of pollution inside of the house. And then, of course, let's not even talk about the food that we buy in the stores. Herbicides and pesticides is just crazy, But then at the end of the day, the lack of sleep, how are you protecting yourself from that? I mean, you go to bed, but you don't sleep. Your eyes are closed and you're not asleep. And this is when your body actually fully repairs itself. And unfortunately, we don't have the time for any of that. We are actually staying awake. And then when we do go to sleep, we don't fully recover from the previous day. So then we end up living day by day by day without repairing our bodies, and our bodies begin to fail. That's why you need to do something about it. You need to take something that can help you, right? And a lot of people say, well, what if I just eat the right thing? Well, that could be a good answer. Unfortunately, not today. And that's because the times have changed, and in which the food that we eat doesn't have the nutrients that it used to have. Right now, they say that if you were to eat an orange from 1980 and before, you would have all the vitamins and minerals that your body ever needed. Unfortunately, today you would have to eat 8 oranges to get the same vitamins and minerals from one orange back in 1980. But now, if you eat those 8 oranges, you're going to have a secondary problem today. You're probably going to end up with diabetes. So you can't win for losing. But the study on that goes even beyond and further than just the oranges, because according to the WHO, studies have been done that show that between 1950 and 1921, all of our fruits and vegetables have declined in vitamins and minerals. As a matter of fact, you look at a carrot, for instance, right, and it's lower in 12% in vitamin A, 10% in less vitamin B, I'm sorry, iron. You look at an apple, right? 50% less iron, 22% less vitamin A, and then tomatoes, 80% less vitamin C. So, it goes on and on and on and on with all the different fruits and vegetables. And this is because of the pesticides and all the things that are put and the chemicals that are put into all of our food as it's growing, right? But then we buy it at the store and then we expect to be better. So what's the answer? Well, you have to supplement. But you see, you can't just go to the store and take a supplement from a regular store because one, it's not potent enough, and two, it's too big. What do I mean by that? Well, the particulates of the things that you may buy at, for instance, Rite Aid or any one of those stores that are out there, right? If you buy a vitamin or something, the particulates are so big that when you take them, they just go out and you either expel them by number one or number two, right? And it's very unfortunate. Our company has something very unique, which is why Vital Health has become so famous. Vital Health has grown so fast in the last 2 years here in the United States that it's just mind blowing. The science of this company is that it uses what's called nanotechnology. It's actually creating all of the different powders of extract from the different herbs that the company uses, and it actually crushes them into the smallest little particulate there is. And that's called a nanometer. It's the smallest size particulate, right? And then when you take that in the capsule, it goes into your stomach, and then it penetrates the walls of your stomach, and then it goes into your blood system. It goes into your liver, your pancreas, your kidney, and into your bloodstream. And then, of course, it goes straight to the organ that it needs it. Now, because it does that, it goes to the organ that needs the nutrition that you just took. That's what makes it an adaptogen. And I got to say, most of our products are an adaptogen. They do exactly that. They go straight to the organ that your body needs the nutrition at. And of course, that organ becomes nourished, and then you feel much better. And then your body changes, and then you feel so much better. It's just amazing. And like I said, it does it in record time. It's very, very fast. Now, our company is approved by the FDA for the USA and also Canada. It's approved with the GMP, and this is for Europe, the Good Manufacturing Practice seal. It's also approved with Salud and then also Cofepris in Mexico. It's also approved by Envima in Ecuador and Envima in Colombia, and it's also obtaining approvals from different countries that it's in right now. As a matter of fact, it's like I said, it's one of the fastest growing companies there is in different countries of the world. The demand is very high, because the products really do work. And if you're here for the very first time, you're about to see that this is something that is not a miracle. It's actually just, a science, right? And it's actually the nanoparticulate, which is called, right, a micrometer, right? A nanometer, I'm sorry, which is the smallest, tiniest particulate. All these products go into your body and activate right away. And then, of course, the doctor, Dr. Tony, who actually put all this together, has a system. And the system that he has, he uses it with everybody. When I went first to see Dr. Tony, and he and I talked for a while, I was sharing with him how my sister died of cancer. I had took care of her for 4.5 years. Dr. Tony shared with me about how his mother died from arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. And then, of course, he also shared with me how his father died of 2 years later of diabetes. And first they cut off his foot, then they cut off his leg, and then they cut off the fingers in his hand. And when they did that to his dad, he passed away. And, unfortunately, this is when Dr. Tony said, I'm going to become a doctor. He was 19 years old and he promised to become a doctor to make sure that he helps people with those two illnesses. Who knew that in the future, Dr. Tony would actually go back to school, become a doctor, and of course, specialize in natural medicine? And he went and studied in the deep jungles of Chiapas, which is in the south part of Mexico, where there is no clinics, there is no hospitals. He learned from people that cure others with herbs. And then he brought that knowledge to Hermosillo, which is where he's from, and he actually started mixing different products to help people with different issues. And he became really famous. He had a clinic in Hermosillo in the beginning, and he became more famous. He got a second clinic, and then he became more famous, and then he had a third clinic. And now he has people coming to see him from all over the world so that they can actually become better with whatever illness that they have. And this is interesting because I tell people this because I went there and I saw it in person. The day that I talked to Dr. Tony, when I went there in person, he was seeing clients, he was seeing patients. And as I was listening to them talk to the doctor, there was a couple of patients there that sounded like my sister because my sister died of cancer. And I can hear in them the joy that they feel so much better, right? And I only thought to myself, what if I could have known about this before and brought my sister here today? But you know what? My sister's gone now. And why I'm here is a little more personal than most other people. Why I'm here is to help as many people as possible discover that this company exists, that these products are available that can help you, right? Become better in many ways, become better with many different illnesses that you may be dealing with. Now, Dr. Tony's put together a system, and this is it right here. It's a very simple system, and he uses it with all of his patients. In other words, from his clinic to his patients, they all have the same system. And guess what? As a company, which he owns, Vitalhealth, we use the same system that Dr. Tony uses on his patients, which is basically to first detoxify your body. You must do that because when you detoxify your body, you get rid of 40 to 50% of the illnesses in your body. And then after you detoxify your body, you want to restore it, right? And you want to restore it by actually giving it nutrition in different areas of your body, depending on what you may be dealing with, whatever condition you may have. And then, of course, along the way, you want to also nourish your body and you want to give it the right nutrition with different kinds of elements, such as vitamins, minerals, amino acids, metals, and things like that. And then, of course, throughout the day, you can also, in a very fun way, awaken your body by drinking some of the most famous beverages that we always drink. So first, I want to start really quick by talking a little bit about, right, the detox family of our products. This is actually very, very, very interesting. Like whenever I talk about this, I go back to that very first day when I heard about all these products. And this is exactly how it was explained to me. And, Dr. Tony said, David, I want you to detoxify your body and I want you to take the tea. This tea you see right here is called the detox tea. You take the tea and you drink it for 2 weeks. After that, you don't drink it anymore. So you drink it for 2 weeks and you want to make sure you get rid of everything in your stomach. It'll get rid of everything in your large intestine and your small intestine. And I said, great. How do I do it? He says, well, you got to boil a liter of hot water at night. And then once you do that in the morning, you let it sit there for 7 hours. In the morning, you take the tea bag out and you put that tea that you just made for 7 hours in another receptacle and put it in the refrigerator. And then he says, just drink it instead of any other beverages. He says, if you drink water or juice, don't drink that anymore for 2 weeks. Just drink the tea. And I thought, okay. And I says, what's it going to do to me? He says, well, it's going to make you go to the bathroom and it's going to help you cleanse your stomach, your intestines, large intestine, small intestine. And then he said to me, at the same time, you want to take the Vitarin for the kidneys, the Organex for the liver, and the Balance for your pancreas. Because next to your heart, those are the three most important organs. As a matter of fact, next to your heart, the most important organ of your body is your liver. It says, and a lot of people have a fatty liver. And then Dr. Tony said, if you have a fatty liver and you're able to help yourself and get rid of that, you just got rid of 80% of possible illnesses that you can have. And I thought, oh my God, I didn't know these things. I really didn't know. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So then Dr. Tony said that, I needed to take this along with the tea. So I said, Doctor, am I going to have to eat anything different? He said, nope, just eat whatever you normally eat, just don't eat too much. I said, great. I said, Doctor, am I going to have to run to the bathroom? Am I going to have to just like find a place so I can go? He said, no, you're going to go. He says, you're going to go regular, but it's going to be a lot. Okay. It's not, ugly and soft, kind of like diarrhea style. No, it's just a lot. And you're going to get rid of everything. When you take the Vitamin, Organex, and Balance along with the tea, you're going to detoxify your kidney, your liver, your pancreas, your stomach, your large intestine, your small intestine. I thought, oh my God, this is cool. So I went home and did it. And guess what? I lost some weight. I lost at least 5 to 7 pounds. But the better thing about that is that I actually felt mental clarity and I felt a little more agile and I felt good. I felt really good. And the interesting thing is this is so simple to do, but these products actually work at a cellular level because the delivery system goes straight into your stomach and it penetrates the walls of your stomach. So the nutrients are going into your blood straight to all these organs. And that's what makes sense, so it's amazing. But then, of course, he also talked to me about the nitro. Nitro is right here. Nitro is actually a dropper you put underneath your tongue, which basically gives you what's called uh, nitric oxide, right? Your body creates it. Nitric oxide gas is really important. When you're born with a lot of nitric oxide gas. If you ever see little kids that are 2 years old to 4 or 5 years old, and they're in a house and they're running around, jumping around, and breaking things and doing things, that's because they have a lot of nitric oxide gas. They're just very energetic, right? As we get older, we lose the nitric oxide gas. So we need to supplement, and that's what nitro does. Dr. Luis Enato, who is the person that won the Nobel Prize back in 1996, he's the one that discovered the NO, the nitric oxide gas. And Dr. Luis Enato had a really good intention, and that's because once he did this, he actually discovered also that it helps people with heart issues, heart disease. He wrote a book called No More Heart Disease. And that book is really important. You can look it up in Amazon and it tells you the whole story. It even tells you about how Dr. Luis Anato's discovery of the nitric oxide, it led a lot of other companies to actually follow up with him and then discover that the L-arginine, which is a secondary byproduct, could actually create something called Viagra. So I asked people, how many of you guys have heard of Viagra? Everybody raises their hand. How many of you heard of Dr. Luis Inato? Nobody knows who that is because as a society, we've been more, I would say, conditioned to purchase Viagra, right? Instead of finding something that can help people not have a heart attack. That should really get your mind going right now. Okay. And this is an important true statement. So I ask you to actually look at this now as a company that's actually bringing awareness to a lot of people that they can truly help themselves in many areas of their body if they just pay really close attention. This other one here is called glutathione. This is actually a liquid glutathione that goes underneath your tongue. It's a dropper. And then, of course, it goes sublingually and straight into your body, and it actually helps you produce white blood cells. And as you know, of course, right, the white blood cells are the ones that actually fight off all the different illnesses. That they actually kill all the different parasites, all the different germs, different worms and things that we have in the body, right? The white blood cells are what we need the most. When I took my sister to the chemo, as I was taking care of her, before she died of cancer, every time they did chemo, they checked her blood to see how much white blood cells she had versus the free radicals, and she always had more free radicals. So, this would have been really, really good for her. Now, the other products that we have here is actually the Restore line of the family. The Restore line of the family, this is when you actually get specific, right? And the Restore line of the family, specifically speaking, there's so many different things that you can do for yourself that can help you. And I just want to start really quick by saying that I'm not going to get into each one of them and what they do right away. Talk to the person that invited you and ask them, right, if they can elaborate a little more in the details, because this can actually take all day. But every single one of these products deserves a whole lot of time to be talked about. But the Vital Boost is basically the pink one here is for your respiratory system, right? For your lungs. It's for people that have issues with the sinuses, people that have issues with different kinds of allergies and problems with the flu and a cold. It gets rid of most of that stuff really quickly within a half an hour, if not 45 minutes, if you take two or three of them. The Vital Boost is very good. And now all these are herbs, by the way. Everything here you see is an herb, but in a capsule form. But it's actually an extract of the herbs, and it is the most potent part of it. But then it's also made with nanotechnology. Of course, the Vital A is for people that have anxiety, people that are nervous, that have nervousness, that cannot settle down and relax. Give them a couple of Vital A, and that'll go away. If anybody has restlessness at night and they can't go to sleep, have them take a Vital A half an hour before they go to bed, and they'll be able to go soundly asleep. The Vital Doll is for the pain. This is the one that the doctor created for his mom. His mom died of arthritis. This Vital Doll helps a lot with the joints, the joint pain. It helps the inflammation of the joints all over the body. It helps with muscle pain, back pain, leg pain, knee pain, headaches, all different kinds of pain. Take the Vitadol, you'll get rid of it. And we're talking about as well within 30 minutes to 45 minutes if you take a couple of them, but it definitely works very fast. We also have Omega, which is true Omega fish oil. This is actually made from real wild caught salmon. This is wild caught, so it's not the salmon that's actually farmed, and it's stronger in omega, but it also has other elements such as astaxanthin. It has different elements that actually help build up your white blood cells as well, build up, your immune system, and it produces a white blood cell that kills the free radicals, and that's actually very special. We have this one here called glutathione. The glutathione is also similar to the liquid one, but it actually produces glutathione. It produces the white blood cells in your body, so it's a precursor to the white blood cells. So you take these capsules and you constantly be feeding your body a nutrient that will help you build white blood cells. The Vasculax is for your blood, for your veins. It helps you with the vein elasticity, vein health. It helps you widen the veins. It also helps keeps them nice and soft. A lot of people have issues with their veins. This actually helps a lot of folks that have had what's called the varicose veins. We have now pictures of people that have had improvement with the varicose veins within a 4 week span, where they've taken week to week to week improvements, and on the fourth week there's no more varicose vein. So the Vasculax works great, and it also works on hemorrhoids. It works on issues with thrombosis. It's different issues with the veins. You'll be actually doing really fine. The V control is for weight loss. It has an appetite suppressant element in it. It's actually proven. As a matter of fact, if you have V control around the house, if people know that you do, they'll come and buy it from you because everybody wants it. They look for it. It's very popular. Curcumax is very good. The Curcumax is actually curcumin with other elements in it that helps you create your white blood cells. It also helps you your immune system. It also helps as an anti-inflammatory. The Curcumax is actually very powerful. In combination, when you take a few of these, you actually can deal with specific illnesses. This is what I'm talking about. Talk to the person that invited you, tell them what you're dealing with, and they'll be able to help you and talk to you about a combination of what you can take so it can help you. And then, of course, the Fortiflora is good for the stomach, helping out the balance of the good bacteria, bad bacteria, but it also has activated carbon. So if you have something like problems with your stomach or acid reflux, Fortiflora can help you. It'll actually activate as a carbon, and then it'll just suck up all that acid and it'll evacuate it. It's a very proven product. It's awesome. And then, of course, we have also the Nourish side of the family, and the Nourish is actually here to nourish your body completely. As a matter of fact, I am in love with the Be Daily. That's this one right here. I cannot go a day without it. This is actually a multivitamin drink that has just about everything you can think of in it. It's packed with goodness. As a matter of fact, the B Daily has all the vitamins and minerals and amino acids and metals that your body needs that can help you and fortify you so that you can actually live, a very complete day with no tiredness. You have fully energetic and you feel great. As a matter of fact, the metals that are in this V Daily to me were very surprising because I found out that it also has copper, And I asked about the copper, and the copper is very necessary for your brain. A lot of the copper that we lose in the brain gives people in the future, right, the issues of Alzheimer's. If you know anyone that might be having memory loss, give them some V Daily. It's going to help them a lot. As a matter of fact, this V Daily, if you take it to a store and you have somebody give you all the elements that are in it separately, like if you take the pharmacist and say, I want to buy all these things, how much would it be? You're going to find that if you buy everything separately, it'll be between $300 to $500 because it's very complete. Then we have the Vital Pro. The Vital Pro is actually a shake or a drink that you can actually take that will help you, with it'll help you so that you can actually have all the nourishment for your day. The reason for this Vital Pro is actually very simple. And I always like to talk about this because this is something that my sister would have loved. I asked Dr. Tony why he created this shake, why he created this protein drink, right? This protein drink seems very simple, but it has such a meaning. It's kind of incredible. For me, I remember when I took my sister to chemo, she sometimes didn't want to eat anymore because after a while, she said that her mouth changed and everything tasted like metal. So she didn't want to eat anymore. And that's the reason why I took her to restaurants every single day because I wanted her to eat something. And Dr. Tony said that's exactly why he invented Vital Pro. It was to help those people that can no longer eat so that they can have all the nutrition that their body needed in one beverage. Of course, if you're actually doing well and you're not sick like that, you can actually take this Vital Pro shake or protein drink, and you can add a banana or some other fruit to it, and you can actually supplement a meal, right? And then this way you can actually skip a meal. But other than that, it's just a very delicious drink with a lot of nutrition in it. And it comes in vanilla, and it also comes in chocolate, which is the nourish here in the front. And I think it's a great idea because I happen to know people like that. So today we have many testimonies regarding the Vital Pro, especially those folks that are taking chemo right now, where they can now eat and their taste buds come back because they're actually drinking Vital Pro, and Vital Pro is helping their body nourish itself. Then we have the V collagen, which is actually a collagen drink, which is a very complete collagen. This collagen has bovine collagen and marine collagen combined. It also has the bovine collagen is made with real bone broth, which is actually really important. But it has other elements in it. It has things in it that is going to really surprise you. For one, it has something called NAD plus. Everybody's looking for NAD plus right now. NAD plus is being sought after by many people all over the place. And if you look at it in the computer or in the internet and you look for NAD plus, it comes usually in injections, and it's about $200 to $300, right? And unfortunately, that's expensive, but it is in our collagen and it tastes very good. And you know what? It also has resveratrol. Resveratrol is another anti-aging element as well, which people look for and buy, and it's also very expensive. So both of those are in our collagen. Aside from the fact that alone the collagen, which is the bovine collagen and marine collagen itself, is very powerful, but then you add resveratrol and you add also NAD plus, and now you have a tremendous hit. And of course, the price is terrific. The price is very low. And then, of course, we have the performance. The performance is a drink that's actually designed for everybody, because it has creatine. Everybody's looking for creatine right now. People that go lift weights and they build muscle and things like that, they want creatine because creatine helps you restore muscle in your body. And as I tell everybody, a lot of people right now, in our population segment is actually above the age of 50. And those people are called the baby boom generation. The baby boomers are much older than 50. They're 60 plus, right? And of course, you know that people that are beyond 55, you tend to lose a lot of muscle. And when you lose muscle, unless you're doing exercise, you're not going to regain it. But if you're drinking something like this with creatine, it'll help you rebuild the muscle. Because you see, throughout the day, throughout the night, when you're sleeping, your body repairs yourself. Your body repairs you when you're sleeping, and as it does that, it takes protein and it takes, different kinds of things from your body to fix itself, right? And the first thing it goes after is the muscle. And then, of course, you lose the muscle. So if you're taking creatine, it's going to help you rebuild the muscle. So you're actually taking back what's being lost. So this is an actual great idea for a lot of people that may be actually dealing with bone and with muscle loss. Now, also, we have a Genius line of products, which is for kids. And this is one of our superstar products right now. It's very, very famous right now, where a lot of people are having so many testimonials, because it's designed for kids that have autism, ADD, ADDHD, and also just recently noted Down syndrome. So what it does basically, it helps the microbiota in your stomach. And as the doctor that put this together, her name is Carla Reynoso, she actually has discovered, along with her colleagues, that the problem with, I'm sorry, with ADD and with autism is in the stomach. A lot of kids have issues with the stomach, and that's why they're not able to learn as fast and to actually cognitively be at the level of kids their age. So this product has been tested and proven in a 9 month blind study, and it's not necessary for natural products, right? But it was done in this company that for 9 months they studied 100 families to see how they did. And of course, the results were tremendous. And I got to meet a lot of those parents that have the autism children who actually became better with these products, within those 9 months of study. Some kids that were 16, 15, and 17 that were studying as a first grader went from the first grade to the second grade to the third grade. And we're talking about 2 years ago. I'm not sure how they're doing today. I know they must be doing much better. But 2 years ago, those kids in 9 months went on to the third and fourth grade. And, to me, that's very special because I have kids of my own. And I know how, nerve-wracking it would be for a parent to have kids dealing with that they can help them with something as easy as a nutritional shake and also a couple of nutritional drinks. The Smart Biotics provides millions of colonies of probiotics for the stomach. And then, of course, it helps them so that they can actually make better food choices. But also, the defense helps them with, the immunity of the body. And then, of course, the Genius Shake does a lot of that as well as provides a lot of vitamins, minerals, and nutrition into the body. This shake is actually tremendous. All these three in combination for kids, and they love the taste, by the way, has them be better, in many different ways. And I would say to anyone, talk to parents that that have issues with their kids that they may be dealing with autism, because these products truly do work. I mean, we have had so many testimonies, and we have had actually, proven documentation from parents now showing us the improvements of their kids. And I'm very happy to say that. Now, we also have the our coffee in the company. We have our Awaken line of products, right? Which is basically the different kinds of coffees that the company has to offer. We have what's called coffee with a purpose. As you know, water is the number one beverage in the world, but second to water, only second to water is coffee, right? And then of course tea is third, and many other beverages, but number two is coffee. Everybody drinks it. I have some right now, which is my Neuro Cafe. And coffee is delicious. Everybody has it. The thing is, our coffees are very different because they're a special blend of coffee that tastes really good with a specific purpose. The first one here is called a latte cafe. It has 10 different mushrooms in it. I come from a company that I used to work which had one mushroom called reishi, or Ganoderma, basically was the clinical name. And we did very well with that company back in 2019, 1917, 2020, and beyond. And we established that brand of coffee. I'm not even going to mention the brand many years ago, and we established it well to the point where it's still in existence. But it's a coffee with one mushroom. This company has come up with 10 mushrooms. It has reishi, it has cordyceps, shiitake, maitake, chaga. It has lion's mane. It has the top mushrooms of the world are in this coffee, and it tastes very good. As a matter of fact, each one of these mushrooms that I mentioned has a purpose. For instance, the lion's mane is for the brain, right? The cordyceps is actually also for energy, but the reishi is basically for full body effect. I mean, there's just so many things in each one of these mushrooms going on, and it tastes delicious because it has a creamer that is actually MZT oil, and it has a flavor of sugar, but it's not sugar. It's actually two stevia plants that both stevia plants combined give you the taste of sugar. One gives you the sweetness, and the other one cancels out the negative effect of a stevia, and it actually tastes very good. And of course, we have the Thermal Cafe. The Thermal Cafe is actually a coffee that's made with the purpose of helping you lose weight. So this one has different elements in it that heats up the body from the inside. It's a process called thermogenesis, which you can go through, which actually begins to build heat inside the body. And as it does that, you actually begin to lose weight on the outside as well. And of course, we have the Love Cafe, which has four aphrodisiacs in it. And this is actually a very good coffee for many people. It's for men and women. And it has, for instance, the Tongkat Ali from Malaysia. It has the maca root from Peru. It has the shilajit from the Himalayas. And of course, the ginseng, or what we call the long jackroot here in the US. All these four are aphrodisiacs, which work very well in that respect. But that is not the reason why people drink this one. The Love Cafe is actually very good for the reproductive organs, both on men and women. We have tremendous testimonies on women that were not having a menstrual cycle. Now all of a sudden they have a menstrual cycle. A lady that didn't have a menstrual cycle for 3 months took this coffee, and then of course within a couple of days' time, she got her period. That simple, and then many other issues and many other different stories like that, especially of young ladies that have irregular periods where it lasts, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days. Now they've gone to normal 2, 3 days. But what gets me all the time is that the stories on that are simple, and at the end, the ladies say, "Oh yeah, and there was no pain." And as a man, I don't know how to imagine that, but I've been explained that the pain they're talking about is, the cramps and then all the pain and discomfort around the stomach. And I would say that that's a very big deal. And to have a product like this provide that, alleviation for you, it's actually tremendous. And then, of course, we have the Neuro Cafe, which is for the brain. It has vitamins, minerals, and amino acids, and they're all nootropic, and they go straight to the brain, and it gives you a relaxed feeling. So the Neuro Cafe is a very, very good coffee for the brain. It also, helps you relax. It helps you with a good mood. You feel mental clarity. I like it. I love it a lot. This is what I'm drinking right now, the Neuro. And of course, the V Energy. The V Energy is our energy drink of the company. Instead of reaching for a Red Bull or a Monster or something like that at the store, grab a V Energy. Just actually pour a little bit of it inside of a water bottle, shake it, and then drink it. It tastes like mango. It tastes very delicious, but it gives you that energy. It gives you the vital energy, that energetic feeling where you feel really good and you feel actually full of energy. We have people that are working at night, night watchmen. We have policemen now. We also have people that work in the evening that have that third shift, that late shift. They drink the V Energy and they feel really good. If you do the alternative, which is those drinks that I just mentioned, you might end up having issues with your heart because it actually gives you palpitations and things like that. This one doesn't. It's actually very safe to drink and it tastes really good. So these are all the products that we have. And all these products are actually part of the system. And the system is very simple, right? Which is basically detoxify, restore, nourish, and then awaken your body throughout the week. As you do that, you're going to feel such a great feeling. You're going to feel mental clarity. You're going to feel strength and stamina. You're going to feel strong. You might have gotten rid of different issues. A lot of us are made differently, and all of us have different, issues that we're dealing with. If you're dealing with something right now, if you actually have a condition that, you want to have any one of us help you with, please talk to the person that invited you, or at the end of this call, we're also going to have a little question and answer period. And if you want to, you can actually share and we actually let you know what you can do and what you can probably work on right away. But it's very, very simple. And the thing is, it's actually catching all over the place. Everybody loves these products because the products are a tremendous tool to have, and also very good for you to drink so that you can actually become better with your body. So if it actually makes you better, of course, you're gonna want to buy it all the time. And if you buy it all the time, of course, the person or people that are working with us are going to make money. And that's one of the biggest things as to why we're here. We're looking for people just like you to help us advance the knowledge of this company. We're looking for people just like you to help us, tell as many people as you know about it so that you can make some extra money as well. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are making very good money in this company. No education. They have, zero to no college experience. Some of these are housewives. Some of these people are just people that are immigrants that are just here but you don't need to speak English. You can actually speak your own language. It doesn't matter what language you speak because, all of your communities listen to you all the time anyway. And of course, you don't have to be a medical professional because we give you all the information necessary. This is actually a nutritional drink, a nutritional product, so you don't have to have that experience. So it's for everybody. Now, we also have tools that can help you along the way. This is one of those tools. It's called the Vital Intelligent Assistant, which is an AI robot, which gives you a lot of the answers to most of the things you might want to know. If you actually type in there, bot.vitalhealthglobal.com. It'll take you to the robot of the company. And this robot can answer just about any question regarding the products, regarding the company, regarding the pay plan, regarding the policies and procedures, regarding anything that has to do with the company. And it's continuously learning. It's constantly accumulating knowledge and information so that it can actually help the field and help everybody have the right information at the same time. And it's a really cool tool to use. If you like this presentation and you actually go into the robot and you ask, can you please give me the presentation of the company? It'll send it to you in a link. And all you do is just click that link and you have this presentation in front of you immediately. So that's just an example of what the robot can do. We also have another tool, which is called a scanner. And by the way, right now, this scanner is free. Right now, it's very free. If you actually purchase the Elite Pack today, you can get a free scanner. And by the way, I'm not supposed to say this until later, but I'll say it to you guys right now. This promotion ends today, but it's going to be extended for 5 more days, right? You also get 10 free coupons to give a free membership to 10 people. Because, of course, when somebody is interested in these products, if you get a membership, which is $29, you get all the products at half price, right? Forever. So today, if you become an elite member, if you get the elite pack, you will have access to 10 free memberships. So you can actually get 10 friends and family, people that you know, to actually get a membership so they can buy the product at half price. And then you also get 10 free coupons, links that you can give to people, the coupon codes, so that when they want to buy from you, from your back office, we'll show you what that means, they can receive a 25% discount. So all of this is now extended for 5 more days, but it'll be announced in the next couple of hours, right? And of course, you'll get a scanner for free. So this scanner you see right here is a $300 item, but you'll get it for free if you actually get the Elite Pack, and it's between today and the 15th, or actually, in other words, between today and 5 more days, whatever that happens to be. I think today is the 9th or the 10th. Yeah, today and the 15th, 5 more days. So also, if you do a influencer bonus, you get 2 free memberships as well. Um, and then, of course, let me see, so that promotion will be extended to today. So that's actually an announcement that somebody just handed to me so I can give to you guys. So it's just very exciting, guys. This is actually not done all the time. This is the first time I see it done this way because the memberships do cost $30, but you get 10 of them for free. So that's $300 savings for 10 people that you know. And of course, this is a $300 savings with this machine. So if you get the Elite Pack, you basically get $600 for free. Basically, that's what it boils down to. So this scanner gives you a readout when you scan the finger of someone that you know. It gives you a readout of 45 different areas in your body, in which it tells you exactly how your body is doing in highs and lows, right? So uh, how you're doing in different areas of your body, different organs. If it's too high in something or if it's too low in something, it tells you exactly what that is. It doesn't tell you that you're sick or that you have a disease or you have a problem or an issue. It just gives you highs and lows on 45 systems, such as systems of the body like skeletal system, muscular system, ventricle system, digestive system, but it also gives you all your organs, your vital organs, and it tells you how they're doing. And the great thing is this, it's 80 to 95% correct to what a doctor would say. And it's pretty much enough for you to know that you probably need to work on certain things that that issues that you may have. Excuse me. I wish I had this scanner about 10 years ago, because if I'd have had this scanner 10 years ago, I would have scanned my sister and I would have showed her that she had issues that she needed to deal with before she got to the cancer stage, right? And this is actually a very important statement that I'm making because this is what I'm talking about. What you're hearing about right now is what this little machine can do. It gives you a preview as to how you're doing, right? And it's something that is personal. You can buy it for yourself or for your family, and you can use it. and it'll actually let you know what's going on. And then, of course, you can then bounce back and then go to a doctor and say, listen, doctor, I got really high on this area, and I was really low on this area. And can you please check out my heart? Can you please check out my pancreas? Can you please? And then doctor, because he has a fiduciary duty to say, do exactly what you say, he will go out and investigate for you. Okay. And this is the great part about this. So I love this scanner. I cannot talk enough about this. This is actually a great scanner. It gives you a 128-page report. And in the end, it tells you exactly what products of our company you need to take so that you can improve that area. So now, could you imagine you know somebody that says to you, I don't know how to sell. I haven't sold anything ever in my life. And I always tell them, that's okay. Just take the scanner with you. Put the finger of that person on the scanner and have your computer read their finger. And then when the scanner is finished, it'll tell them exactly what they have or what may be wrong with them. And then, of course, it'll tell them what they can take in terms of products from this company so that it can improve them. You don't have to sell anything. You just show them the computer and say, look, this is what it says. That person's going to say, I want to buy this, I want to buy this, and I want to buy that. You don't have to be a perfect salesman. You just have to be able to use the scanner. And we have classes for this as well. By the way, we have a lot of classes. Tomorrow, we're going to be teaching about how to talk to people, both about the business opportunity, but also about, checking out the information about the products. Tomorrow, we're going to have a huge conversation around recruitment or to actually expose, the product, right? We do a lot of training every single week. Thursdays is our training, which is called a 5-step basic training, where we teach people the basics of how to do this. So you will not be left alone. If you come into the call tomorrow, you will know exactly what to do after that. Now, tomorrow's call is designed for that. Last week was something designed for just the pay plan. The week before was something designed for, just the product. Tomorrow will be designed for teaching you how to actually talk to people. So we have different weeks, we have different major topics, but we always finish with the 5-step. Now, how do we make money in this company? Very simple. If you're a person that's looking for an extra income or looking to do something that can help you make some extra money, I think you found the right spot. This is such an easy thing to do. I wish many years ago somebody would have told me about something like this, right? And of course, if someone had said to me, all you have to do is become a professional inviter. All you have to do is just invite the people that you know to come and listen to this. And then once they hear about it, they're going to make a decision if it's something that they would like to try. If they say yes and they try it, you will make some money. I'm pretty sure I would have invited a lot of people because in essence, that's all we do is invite people to come and watch this presentation. And we do this live every week. I mean, we could easily have recorded this for you with not a problem, right? And I'm sure none of you would have mind that I would have recorded this for you, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather do it live every single week because one, I care about you. Two, I want you guys to get the proper information. So if you know people that are looking to make some extra money, would like to make extra money, if you know somebody that wants to get ahead and would like to really just break from the monotony, right? Someone that's sick and tired of being sick and tired and just basically tired of just sitting in the same job for so many years and not doing anything extra. There's so many people that in America go to school for 18 years, right? They go to school for 20 years. They go to high school, then they go to college. They actually go to a 4-year college, or they get the master's degree, or they even go further than that. And then, of course, after they finish school, then they work for about 40 years, right? And then they retire at 65. So many of us are stuck in that same pattern. And then, of course, once you retire, you're only going to make a third of the income that you used to make. So now you got to make ends meet on a third of what you used to make because you retired. And then you think that the government's going to take care of you, but it becomes very difficult. As a matter of fact, a lot of people at 65, 70, 75 are looking for a job right now. If you don't believe me, go to your closest Walmart, open the door, and you'll see. The greeter alone itself is probably, in his late 50s, early 60s, maybe even early 70s. And it's not to be talking shameful about anyone like that, not at all. It's to just say that the dream that we have been sold isn't there. But what if we can show you how you can make some extra money, right? Simply by inviting people to check out an opportunity that has them be healthier. Along the way, since the company is growing and we're actually expanding all over the United States, how about you actually show this to some people that would like to make some extra money, and really look for others that would like to make some extra money as well. That's exactly the way the company pays. That's what this is all about. It's something very simple. We make money basically by just offering the products and then also offering people the opportunity to buy the products at a lower price. That is to say, when they become a member of the company, they can buy a pack and, of course, get everything at a super discount. And because someone did that, you would make some extra money as well. This is great. Let me show you. As a matter of fact, the first thing that we actually explain is you can make money by just selling the product. So you buy it at a specific price, which is 27.50, and you sell it for $55, and then you make 27.50. So you made 100%. That's 100% markup. That's not bad. On $27.50 that you made, you do 10 of them, you made 275 bucks. You can do that by the hour, you can do that by the day, you can do it in a month. If you did it every day, $275, that's a tremendous income in a month. So basically, that's just an example, right? Obviously, you're probably not going to sell 10 of something in 1 hour, but it's just an example to show you. But the thing is this, the company gives you an opportunity also to make more than that. You can actually buy things on something called an influencer bonus. The company gives you the opportunity to purchase product, right? Where if you buy 200 points worth of product, it drops the price even further to 80% less. So you already get it at 50% discount. But now on top of the 50% discount, you get an 80% discount. That's pretty awesome, which means that you get the product as a member that since you got the influencer bonus, you get the product at $5.50. And then if you sell it at 55, you made $50 or 49.50. So with $49.50 on each pack, if you sell 10 of them, once again, you can actually make $495. Once again, you can do it in an hour, you could do it in a day, or you could do it in a month. $495 selling 10 of these packs is not bad, especially considering that this is just the Vitalate for people that are nervous, right? But what if it was the one for the people that have diabetes, which is the Organex, the one that's for the pancreas? I'm sorry, that's the balance for the pancreas. You know, chances are if you go down the street near your house, 9 out of 10 doors are going to have someone with diabetes. And if you can help them improve their pancreas, why not? So once again, offering 10 of these at $55, making you $49 is it's not hard to do, right? It's really not very hard to do. It's actually something very simple. It's a 900% markup. Now, we also make money as a distributor of the company, earning what's called a loyalty bonus, which means that you actually get a loyalty bonus when you make your own mandatory monthly purchase. All of us need to stay active in the company as an active rep, and we are required to make a purchase of a minimum of 50 points, maximum of 100. And if you do that, then you're active in the company. Now, when you made your own purchase and you're active, if you're with the company for the first 2 to 3 months, you get a 10% additional discount on any future purchases that you make. But if you made your purchase between the first and the seventh, you get an additional 5%, which is 15% discount. And then if you're with us between 4 to 8 months, it goes from 20 to 25. 25% if you made your purchase between the first and the seventh day of the month. And then, of course, if you're with us for 9 months or more, you get an additional 30% discount, which is 35% if you made your purchase between the first and the seventh day of the month. That is called the loyalty bonus. You also get what's called a first order bonus. The first order bonus is something that you get when you talk to somebody about this opportunity and then they want to try the product. And of course, they become a member. And as I told you just now, the membership is free if you have an elite pack. When you actually have an elite pack, you get 10 free memberships you get to people. So they don't have to pay that 30 bucks. So if somebody has a membership, they now get to buy product in the company and they get it at 50% discount. Of course, it's going to help them and their body. But then you tell them, what if you were to get a pack? You can get a whole lot more product because the company gives you more product in a pack for the same price. So if that's the case, when they buy the small pack, they pay 170, you made $35. When they buy the builder pack, they pay 300, you made 67.50. When they buy the pro pack, which has more product, they pay 600, you get a $135 commission. When they buy the big pack, the largest one called the elite pack, they pay 1,200, you made 270. If you sold 10 elite packs, you just made $2,700. I think now you're getting the picture, right? I mean, our company pays a lot of money. They're paying a lot of people to spread the word. They're paying a lot of people to help a lot of others become healthy, right? And this is simply by just taking our products on a monthly basis. So this first order bonus gives you an opportunity to make money up front, right? And then of course, whatever volume is in this particular pack, it also shows up in this other bonus called the two team bonus or the binary bonus. You see, every one of us that is working with the company, we get a position, and then we have to build a right team and a left team. When those people that you bring in, they actually have a pack. They actually have to build their right team and their left team. And then those people that they bring, they build a right team and a left team. So everybody builds a right team and a left team, and it all works itself out. Eventually, volume begins to appear in your right team and your left team, and you will get paid every single week for the volume that shows up there. Now, this is an example. If you have 9,000 points of volume on your left and 10,000 points of volume on your right, you will get paid for the 9,000 points. The company pays you on the smaller volume or their smaller leg, right? At 15% commission, that's $1,350. And like I said, this is a weekly paycheck. Now, this first order bonus is also a weekly paycheck. So as you can see, the company pays a lot. Now, when you first get started, you might be a bronze, so that means you get 10% commission. As a silver, you get 12. As a gold, you get 13. As a platinum, you get 15% commission, which is this example here. When you become diamond in the company, you get 20% commission. Of course, there's a maximum of $25,000 a week that you can earn in this particular payout. And if you look at it in a month's time, 25,000 times four is $100,000. That's just on one payout. So the potential of making a lot of money in this company is huge. Now, if you actually come into the business or you know people that you can bring into the business that know a lot of others, if they bring three right away, they get 12 instead of 10. If they bring four right away, they get 13 instead of 10. If they bring six people immediately, and it could be in the next half hour, if they actually sign up 10 people right away, they get 15% commission from now on and forever, right? Right away. I mean, you get 15%. So you can actually increase your commission on something called a rising star bonus. But there's also another weekly bonus that's paid. It's called the matching bonus. And this one is the one that always gets me because this one's designed to help people. And then when you help people and they help others, you make a lot of money. And that's one of the really big items that sold me into this opportunity. Because you see, the person that taught me how to do this business, or basically the guy that showed me in this industry how to do what I do, his name was Al Thomas. And he said something to me many, many years ago that stuck to me. I always hear it in my head. He said, Dave, if you help enough people, you can't help but make money. And that's always been my model. And that's always been what I live by. So I'm continuously, constantly helping people. I help everybody. And the thing is this, when you come into this business and you help people and they're working with you in your team, in your organization, and they make a check, the company gives you half of what they made. In this example, there's five people that this person brought. Each one made a check. This one made 1,000, 1,500, 1,000, 750, 750. A total of $5,000 was made by the people that this person brought. So your first people that you bring are called your personals. So $5,000 was made by your personals, which means that you make 50% of what they made. So that week, the company will send you a check of $2,500 because they made a check, you make half of what they made. They get what they get, you get half of what they get. That's actually called a matching bonus. I love this bonus. This is a really nice one. And then, of course, we have another one called the luxury car bonus. This is actually a monthly payout, and it only comes once you reach a position called gold. The company will pay for your car so that you can make a monthly car payment of $500 after you become gold. And as long as you're stayed ranked at gold, from there on forward, you will get $500 every month to make your car payment because they want you to have a car so you can get out there and get to work. Now, what if you already have a car paid for or you don't have a car payment? Well, you can actually choose to get that amount of money in product, but the company will not give you $500. They'll give you $800 in product. So you take home every month $800 in product so that you can use in your business. So you can use it for taste testing, for promoting it, for passing it out, giving it away, whatever you want to do, or sell it. you can actually do it with your $800 worth of product. And as you know, the product is given to you at 50% discount. So you can literally sell it for 100% and make, 50% more. So if you get $800 worth of product, you end up with 1,600 if you sold everything. So this is actually a really cool bonus too. It's called a luxury car bonus. But get this company gives it to you at the position of gold, which is the fourth position in the company. It's one of the smallest positions you can achieve. In other companies, there's many positions, like 10 or 20 of them. They give you the car bonus at the highest spot. Here, you get the car bonus when you first come in at the lowest position. We'll talk to you about that during training because it's actually very easy to talk about. And then, of course, you also get paid for advancing. When you advance in the company, they give you a check, they give you something. When you advance in the first three positions like bronze, silver, and sapphire, you get product 100, 200, and 250. When you become gold, you get the $500 in, of course, car bonus. I just explained that to you. When you become platinum, you get 500 in cash one time. When you become emerald, you get 1,000. When you become diamond, you get 2,005. When you become double diamond, 2,005, and triple diamond, 7,005. And you get it one time when you achieve that position. You want more? You go to the next position. Well, what I'm showing you here is that you also get paid to advance. So you get paid weekly, you get paid daily when you sell product, you get paid every time your people do something and they make money. You get paid a whole many different ways, and you get a car payment. And for ranking up and advancing in the company, you get paid again. So it's really, really cool. Now, there's a lot of people that have been in the company since the beginning. We're talking in Mexico, which is where it got started. And by the way, guys, I did say Mexico. The economy of that country is very different than ours, which is why the prices are so low on the product, right? The company pays employees there. At the most, they pay a regular paychecks out there on a monthly basis are $500 a month. If you're a professional, if you graduated from university, you have a degree, you're making 1,000, 1,500. That's why Vitalhealth makes a lot of sense because all the employees there make less and the company owns all the buildings already, so they don't have to pay monthly for any debt. So that's why they're able to pass on the savings to us in the product, but also they're able to pay us more in terms of the pay plan. And the cool thing is that since this started in Mexico, a lot of people in the Mexico economy that started there today are making between 79,000 and 189,000 in US dollars per month, which means that for all of us here, there's a great opportunity because here in the US, we've only been around for 2 years. We as a team have only been here for a year and maybe 7 or 8 months. So we haven't been here very long, but the people in Mexico have been around since the beginning. Could you imagine what's going to happen here in the US? If you just got here today and you're seeing this for the very first time, imagine what can happen for you between now and 4 years from now, right? If this has been proven in Mexico, imagine what can happen here in the US. And as I said earlier, we're mainly in the East Coast, West Coast. All the other states in the US haven't even been touched. If you just find one good person in another state, another city, or even in your own city, it'll actually take you to the next level. It'll actually be a great thing for you. Now, the company also has what's called a monthly payout. This monthly payout is a great payout. Let's see, somebody's talking here. Marie Carmen, can you put yourself on mute, please? Okay, Marie Carmen, you need to put yourself on mute. Okay, so anyway, you can also make a monthly paycheck, a monthly payout through what's called. So sorry. Okay. Marie Carmen, if you can please put yourself on mute. Okay, I did it for you. All right. So, as I was saying, you can actually also make money on a monthly basis on what's called the monthly residual, which means that on all the purchases that everybody makes, right, we get paid between 10% to 14% on every single level of every person that's in your team. On your first level, you get 10%. Your second level, you get 10%. Your third level, you get 20%. From the fourth level and beyond to infinity, you get between 2 to 14%. So this is just an example, right? If you have 10 people in your team, and the 10 people that you have buy 100 points every month, you make $100. If those 10 people bring 10 people, that's 100. 100 people that buy 100 points every month, you actually have 10,000 points at 10%, you make $1,000. But if those 100 people on your third level bring 10, that's 1,000 people on your third level. If they each buy 100 points, that's 100,000 points on your third level alone, which means that at 20% commission, which is right here, you will get a check for $20,000. So I always ask the question, what does your life look like with a $20,000 check every month just on this payout? I would say it would look pretty good. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that the potential of making a really serious monthly residual income is great. As a matter of fact, we've been actually talking about this for the past 2 days with a couple of friends of mine because we're creating a training in which we actually discover that a lot of people are looking for a passive income right now. A lot of people are looking for real estate or properties, and they're looking to make a passive income, something that will give them a check every single month, right, without them even thinking about it, which is a very smart thing to do. Buying real estate is a very good way. You buy a building and you collect the rent. Unfortunately, you need money for that. But what if I can show you a way whereby in this company, if you just get involved as a distributor with us and you begin to work with those people that you know, and then they begin to work with the people that they know, and then so on and so on. And if we can actually get you to clue in on being in these trainings every single week on Wednesday for the presentation, Thursday for the trainings, and you can bring all those people with you, they're all going to get involved and they're all going to make their monthly purchases. What if you did that habitually for the next, let's say, 6 months? If we can get your check on a residual basis to be at least $5,000 a month, would that be of any sense to you? What if within a year you can actually have the $20,000 a month? Would that be of any sense to you? What if it took you 2 years, but you know that between now and 2 years, because people are perpetually, habitually purchasing every month, right, their own products that they need to use because they made those purchases, you're making a check of $20,000 a month. That's what's called building a residual income. That's what's called building a passive income that's going to come to you month after month after month. And that's what a lot of people are looking for right now, except that you need money to buy those buildings. Here, you just need to become a distributor of this company and start working with the people that you know. Along the way, you're going to get to help a lot of people that need health and wellness. You're going to get to work with a lot of people that are really looking for someone to help them improve their health because they're dealing with a condition. It's going to make you feel good. Believe me. I wish my sister was still alive because I could show her about these products and I'm pretty sure she would be a whole lot better right now. And that's basically what we can do is make a difference in others' lives. And while doing so, we can actually make a really good residual income. Now, how is this done? Very simply. You actually pay a membership of $29.90, right? And when you do that, you can now go buy product at 50% discount. But what if instead of just buying the product at a 50% discount, you can get more product for that same amount of money, which means that for 170 on a basic pack, you can get $211 worth of product. For 330 on a builder pack, you can get $381 worth of product. For the Pro pack, which is 600, of course, plus the $29 membership, uh, for 600, you can get $868 worth of product. That's what I mean by you get more for your money when you buy a pack than if you did when you bought it independently one by one. So that's why it makes sense for a lot of people to get a pack. So when you get a pack, you see all those commissions I just showed you. So this is really a truly amazing company the way they've done it. And if you buy an elite pack will give you everything at least twice. You get two whole sets plus extra product, right? You get for $1,200, you get $2,154 worth of product. But today, until I would say 5 days from now, as an elite pack holder, you also get 10 free memberships for 10 people. And of course, you get 10 coupons for 25% off if anybody wants to buy from you. So you get all these benefits. Not just that, you also get your own scanner. The scanner comes to you for free when you get the elite pack. That's actually tremendous. This is actually, we haven't seen this before. This is huge. As a matter of fact, you also get another benefit whereby when you actually get what's called the influencer bonus and you buy those 200 points, when you're an elite pack member, you only need to buy 150 points. You don't have to buy 100 points to receive those benefits as an influencer bonus to get everything, at the purchase price of $5. This is great. When you become an elite member, there's all these benefits that you get to have. And of course, you can actually take one set and sell it and get your money back. But then you could take the other set, you could use part of it, and the other part of it, you can actually use it to do taste testing, to pass it out, to give it to people, whatever you want. I mean, this is just a huge opportunity. And by the way, while I'm on this subject, I always talk about this because it's really important. We talked about a business, a home-based business, or something you can do to make some extra money. A lot of people are already looking for a business. And I got to tell you, there's so many businesses out there, and they're very expensive. If you look for a business like I don't know, maybe a franchise, right? You're going to spend anywhere between 500,000 to $1 million, and that's just, in cash, right? Before you even buy the restaurant. But if you have the need for business, you want to buy something lower than that, maybe another restaurant that is not a franchise, you might have to spend about 100,000. If you wanted to get a clothing store, anything between 50,000 to 100,000. Right. If you want to buy any other business, right, that might be established already, like a regular liquor store or corner store, you'll be looking around between 50 to $75,000, or a smaller corner restaurant near your house, get ready to spend about 25 grand. Where can you find the business that you can pay for $1,200 that has the potential of making you $167,000 or $189,000 per month? You know, that's a really good question. Where can you find a business that for $1,200, if you work it correctly, right, and you give it 4 years, like it's been proven by the people in Mexico, that you can actually make in those 4 years between 79,000 and $189,000 per month. You know, I have not seen that yet. So please, if you're looking at this for the very first time, think about it. $1,200, whereby if you get trained, you get all the training, you get all the information, you get everything that's necessary for you to become successful. You get all the virtual training, personalized mentoring, high quality products. You get discounts up to 50% discount. You get a tremendous pay plan and rewards program. You get online marketing that the company gives to you so that you can pass out to people your own online store. You don't have to build your store. They give it to you. You get your own online store. All you do is send people the link. You also get a back office that shows you your entire business. You don't have to hire a programmer to create that for you. It's all given to you at this point for $29.90. But when you get the elite pack, you have a complete business with all of that in it. So it's amazing to me when I talk to people, people say, I wish I could start a business. Yeah, you can start this business. It's $1,200. And you get the opportunity to make as much money as you want. And of course, all the training is free. And like I said, we'll be training tomorrow. There's so many benefits behind this, and I'm just super excited and I'm truly happy to be able to offer this to all of you because it is a simple and duplicatable business. This is not something that is hard. It is a global business. It is something that you can do from your home, wherever you are, any part of the world. Like, we're working with people in Haiti next week. I will be working with them after that by phone and by Zoom. I'll be going to Colombia. I'll be going to Ecuador. I'll be going to El Salvador. I'll be going to Spain. As you just mentioned, Mr. Dion Leon is from Spain. He just came back from Spain. So you can do this globally from home, and then once in a while, go visit them in person. It's the business of the new economy. We're talking about the internet. It's a global company that's accessible to everyone. It's about health and wellness, which is the most valuable asset in your life. And everybody's looking for that right now. Everybody wants to be healthy. So you're right on the money right now. And of course, it's a very unique opportunity with international growth. So if you've ever looked for an opportunity that you can get involved with that's going to help you make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and get ahead really fast, this is the one. Don't miss out. Please talk to the person that invited you. I always say to everybody, there's two kinds of people that watch this presentation, which basically is the person that would like to actually get healthier and actually are dealing with the condition. If that's you and you have questions regarding your condition and you would like to get more information so that you can get started right away, please talk to the person that invited you. Let them know about that so that we can help you as fast as possible with our products. As a matter of fact, you may be in category number two, which is the person that's looking for a side business and extra income, right? A person that's just kind of sick and tired of doing what they're doing and they're just constantly going to work and things just don't get better. And you're looking for that check that will come in on a monthly basis without you really thinking about it because you already built it. Well, this is the place for you. Talk to the person that invited you. Let them know that you want to get started. We can teach you and help you and show you exactly how to do this step by step so that you can be successful. So as soon as we're done, please tell them, you either are number one or number two, right? Or you're both. You would like to actually get the product, but you also want to get started to make some extra money. If that's you, then you're in category number three. Tell the person that invited you that you're in number three. You want to get started right away and you want to get some product immediately. That's category number three. And it's very exciting for me because I know I get to work with each and every one of you here on a weekly basis. And soon we're going to start classes to teach as many as possible that would like to learn how to do this presentation and also how to do some of our trainings so that we can actually help a lot of you expand and grow in your business. There's a lot of people that we know that are on this call right now that have the potential of taking this over. Not because I want to leave you, it's just because I want to give others the opportunity to do exactly what I'm doing right now. So, this is going to be very special. So I want you to know that if you're new to this call, just know that you're in good hands. The person that invited you thought enough of you to bring you into this call, and actually they saw something in you, right? So and they knew that you can actually take on something like this, and you will be successful. So I want to thank you all very much, and I want to just say that I always tell people there's also three kinds of people that watch this presentation, right? There's actually those that watch things happen, right? Those kinds of people that are watching things happen all the time. There's those things that get out there and make things happen. They're moving around and getting things done, right? And then there's those people that sit around and wonder, what happened? What happened? My neighbor bought a brand new house. What happened? My other neighbor bought a brand new car. You know those people. They're always asking, what happened? Why didn't I get that? Stop being that person, right? Be the one that makes things happen. Talk to the person that invited you. Let them know that you're ready. Let them know that you want to get started, and we're not going to leave you behind. We're not going to leave you alone, and we're going to help you. So just give us the opportunity to be with you, to teach you and train you, and to show you how this is done. This is actually something very simple, and I know it's for you. So thank you all very much. I appreciate you. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. And I hope that if you have any questions, you stick around and please go ahead and just open up your mute buttons and just ask away. So thank you all very much for being here. Carmita Rocha, how are you?
And excellent presentation.
Good to see
Beautiful.
you. Good to see you, Carmita. Welcome. ¿Cómo está?
Nice to see you too.
Good to see you. Gosh, this is great. Benny, your hand is up. Go right ahead, Benny.
Yeah, man. As usual. Excellent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Excellent.
You want to give
Good,
everybody your commercial?
Wow. Yeah, we just opened a pickup center in Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
It's on 53 Windsor Avenue in Vernon. It's close to Manchester. It's like 15 minutes from Hartford or less. Yeah, we service in New York, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, Springfield, Mass, and all the surrounding guys. You just order, within an hour, can pick it up. You can even show up. I'll give you some nice latte cafe whilst you wait for your order. Thank you very much.
I will fly out there just for the latte cafe.
All
Me
right.
too. Me too.
Okay.
Me three.
I'll be waiting.
Somebody was asking me, Benny, if your office is close to Virginia.
Okay, you must
No, it's far away from Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Virginia,
Okay.
Virginia, 7 hours.
All right. All right. I didn't know that. So I know that Virginia is near, but not that close. Okay, good.
Not that close, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
so my question is, can you give us a rundown of the 5-day deal that is going on?
Yeah, actually, this is actually a really good deal. When somebody buys the Elite Pack, and this is actually special. By the way, the Elite Pack purchase is not just for the people that are purchasing. If some of you know somebody, or some of you on this call have the lower pack, the one that's 170, 300, or 600, and you do the upgrade to the Elite Pack, it also counts for you. So you're also going to be able to get a free machine, the free scanner, which is worth $300. you get 10 free memberships for those people that you would like to invite into the company so they don't have to pay the $30, which basically makes it easier for them, but also easier for you to have them join your organization because you can tell them, listen, with me, you're going to save $30. I will give you a free membership. I have a code that I would like to share this with you. So you get 10 of these codes so that they don't have to pay the $30. They just buy the pack, whatever they want. And of course, you also get 10 coupons or codes for a 25% off. So a couple of days ago, I was talking to a very good friend of mine, haven't talked to in a while. He's suffering from issues with his heart, but he also has a fatty liver and he has some issues with his kidney. And I sold him by the phone. I sold him the Nitro, the Vitarin, the Organex, and the Balance. Those four things, right? And of course, I if I would have had this 25% off coupon, right, he would have actually saved an extra 25% on the purchase because he's not from here. He said, I just want to buy it. I don't want to do the business because I'm flying too much and I'm not even in the US that much anymore. So, I said, great. So I gave him my code. He purchased from me. But now that I know this is here, I could probably give this to the next person, like a 25% coupon, so they can save 25% on the product. So that's actually a cool thing. So you get the 10 memberships, and then you get the 10 coupons for a discount of 25%, and you get a free machine when you purchase the Elite Pack, which is the big one, or when you upgrade into it. And this doesn't happen quite often. This doesn't happen very often. This is once in a blue moon. So if you're brand new and you're just going to get started today, and you're thinking about which pack to get, I would say get the big one because that pack has all the product and it gives you all the benefits. And at this point, with a free machine, that's a huge savings. Just in the machine alone and the memberships, that's $600 discount right there. So you'll be doing a whole lot better, much better than any one of us because we didn't have that when we started. So we had to pay for everything. So that's the details behind that special. And it goes through, I would say, 5 days more after today. And they told me they were going to announce it later on. But also, when you have if you do an influencer bonus in the company, if you do an influencer bonus, you literally get your next 200 points in purchase for $40. So you get almost $300 worth of product for $40. That's huge. So for $40, you can purchase about $280, $290 worth of product for $40. That's what the influencer bonus turns out to be, right? So when you do exercise your right for your own influencer bonus, additionally, the company is going to give you 2 memberships for your next 2 people that you would like to actually sign up. So that's also additional to that. That's another thing too.
Okay,
All
cool.
right. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Is that Anastasia? Anastasia
Yeah.
Montesi.
Good evening.
I love your name. This is a cool
Good
name.
evening.
Very
Thank you.
aristocratic. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm sorry I was a little bit late, but I have a question.
Better late than never. I always say that.
Yeah. I have a sister who visited me here in the US when there was that special for $2.22. So she signed up while she was here.
Yes.
She's from Botswana. So now she is back home. She's back to Botswana.
Okay.
So I wonder how she can get the product because I understand they have a package for $80. That's the package they have. I don't know if the second package has been prepared or what. So I don't know how she can order the package and switch to Botswana.
Did she buy the package here when she was here?
No, she didn't buy the package. She just signed up as a member.
Oh, okay. So she just registered. That was all.
Yes. So now she wants to buy the package.
Okay. When she registered, did she register with her address in Botswana or address in the US?
She used the address here in the US because Africa was not yet established.
Okay. Well, The $80 package, which is actually a starting pack for the new endeavor that's about to be taken on in Africa. It's for the African nations. It's 4 countries that they're going to open. It's for them exclusively. We don't have that in the US. So I would say number one, she would have to update her information on her back office with the Botswana address. So my suggestion would be to send a ticket to the company and she just goes into her back office and on the left-hand side, she has to go to the bottom and just create a ticket and then let them know that she wants to update her address because she moved back to Botswana. And then once they do that for her, then I would suggest she go into her back office and make a purchase. And then it should appear because whatever country you're in, the packages available to your country show up based on your country of record. So right now her country of record is the USA. So she would have to update that first to be able to get that pack because that pack does not exist in the US.
Yeah, any pack that she could get right now, she doesn't qualify for the US pack. She doesn't qualify for this Africa pack.
Oh, she
So that
qualifies for
means
the
we
US
have
pack.
to,
She qualifies for all the US packs because she's registered in the US, right?
yes,
Yeah,
but
and
she's not here. That means
I know.
there's no way you can the order can be sent to her. So she
Yes, the
has
only way,
to up
the only way that
update,
the only
like
way
you
that
said.
the only way that that could happen is she has to update her address with the company so they know that she is now over there. So then now
Okay.
whatever she buys will be shipped to her over there. And they're only going to ship to her what is available in the country. Because you see, each country also approves different things than others, right? So for instance, in Colombia, I think there's 6 products right now approved. They're working on getting 2 more approved right now. We have 27, I think, or 25. So, that's another reason why, whatever it's approved there is what's going to be sold there. So we must make sure that she changes that address so that she can get the product from over there. Now, because she is registered in the US, and if she used your address, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, then if she used your address, but she lives over there, one thing you can do, just to give you an idea, you can have her order right now through her back office, any one of the packs that we have there, because she has access to the ones that I showed, which is the 170, the 330, the 600, the 1200.
Yeah.
She can actually purchase any one of those packs. And when they arrive to your home, you can ship them through courier over there to Botswana. I know that, Benny, you guys do that, right? To Ghana? Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys do courier?
Yeah,
Can you explain to her how that's done or where you go to do that?
yeah, I'll be talking to her.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because there's a way, because we also have people, for instance, in Dominican Republic, in Haiti, we have people in other countries in Central America, South America, and we ship them through courier from Florida to their country once the product arrives here. So we can get the product there. And if she already has the US subscription and she's already a part of the US, in her back office, we'll open up our packs, the big ones, right? And she can get any one of those and it'll just come to your house because you are the house of record. And then from your house, you can just ship it to her on a courier. And that might be
Understood. Thank you.
something good too. Okay. So Benny, you can work with her, right?
Yes, no worry.
Okay. All right.
She's my downline too.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that question, Anastasia. That's actually a great question. All right,
Thank
great.
you.
Does anybody else have any other questions or any testimony they would like to share? Mr. Dion Leon, are you still there?
Here and that signal in the cart.
Okay, all right, no worries. Vincent, go right ahead, Vincent. Mr. Vincent. He raised his hand, but I don't know where he went. Mr. Vincent, you had your hand raised. Did you want to ask something? Okay.
Hi, sorry. I'm new to this Zoom, so can't really control the controls just yet.
That's okay. No worries. No worries. Yes. Go right ahead. If you
Oh,
have a question, go right ahead.
yes, yes. I was told to come by my friend Rose. She's a nurse, and I wanted to ask about some things. I have sickle cell disease,
Yes.
and I wanted to know, is this um can this help with the pain crisis that or that many of us go through?
Yes. Yes. You know, for for some reason, we have a lot of requests, especially around the area of Florida, uh, with the sickle cell, and it has been proven by several different people that all of our products, right, in combination, um, they actually work with the sickle cell. We can probably work on giving you some testimonials around that. I know that there's some people that have had a tremendous improvement with the sickle cell using a lot of the products that we have, especially for the pain. The Vitadol is actually a very good product, right? The Vitadol gets rid of all the pain. Similarly to the people that have fibromyalgia or even lupus, right? It's a similar kind of nagging pain, almost feels like a flu. And the Vitaldol works tremendously. It actually works right away. So, but besides the pain, there's also, within the condition, right? It has to do with the system itself. When you actually do the detox, you're going to feel a huge, huge difference. After you detoxify the body, it's going to help you a lot. When you take the glutathione, which improves and heightens your white blood cells, and you do the glutathione liquid, but also do the glutathione in capsules. It brings up your white blood cells, in a very, very fast way, and it helps you fight off any kind of like, illness. And I know that a lot of the feeling is like a very heavy flu. All those tend to go away, along with, the Vital Boost, the Vitadol, the nitro to help you in the blood with the circulation. It's actually a combination, but there is some people that have had good success. I would like to talk to someone that I know that was working with someone with sickle cell, but I can actually send those testimonials to you.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much.
Did you get a pack already or not yet?
No, no, not yet. This is
Okay.
my first time. Rose was introducing me, so she
I
has.
would definitely, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
I would definitely recommend to look at the pack that's 600. That one has pretty much all the products that I'm mentioning, and you will get a huge discount because there's a lot of products in that pack. But then, of course, you just heard what's happening right now, right? You get a lot of freebies with the large pack. That one actually has, everything you need and then some. And of course, with that one, if you're also, which I know you will have a very positive experience with the product, you're probably going to be recommending it to a lot of people, especially in that sickle cell community, right? You would be doing really well. So you might be better off getting that pack, especially because of the special that's going on for the next 5 days, because you also get the machine for free. But the $600 one as well, that one is pretty complete. It has the glutathione in liquid, the dropper, and it also has the nitro, which is also a dropper, as well as the Vitadol, the glutathione and capsules. Of course, it has the first three that we have to all do, which is the detox. It's all there included. And if you do it, rigorously in the way that it's meant, you're going to have, a tremendous, success with that.
Okay, okay. I got my hopes up.
Yeah, Rose, I think
I-
Rose, I think it's the same Rose Rose, are you here? Is she on the call? Rose has my,
Hello, yes, yes, I'm here.
hey, Rose.
Hello,
Yeah,
good night.
you guys have my number, Rose. If you need any more questions, you have any more issues, just give me a call. Let me know so we can help her. Because that's the one thing I know we can make a difference on. Sickle cell.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I will be so happy for him because he's in pain,
Yes.
big pain. I'll
Yeah,
be so
it's
happy.
kind of like the fibromyalgia when my friend Annie, actually Annie has she has lupus. when she started taking the product, she had a lot of pain, and it was just daily pain. But she is able now to go to the mall. She says, "David, you changed my life." She says, I've been to the mall now," and I was like really amazed. I said, "I go to the mall all the time," but she says, "No, I mean I'm always in the house. I can't go anywhere because I'm always in pain." And she was explaining to me about that, and it's similar, right? And in the pain issue. And she feels a whole lot better now. Also, some friends with fibromyalgia, which is also a similar kind of pain. It exacerbates, it lowers down quite a bit. So I'm sure that you will have great success with this.
I'm so sorry, Mr. David. So you said he can get your number?
Yeah, I just talked to Marie Pierre or Coach Alex, and then just give me a
Oh,
call.
Coach Mary, Coach
Yeah, yeah,
Mary.
yeah, yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll send her the protocol of the indication that what she could actually take to help, so she can actually do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so
You're
much,
very
Mr.
welcome.
David.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Vincent. Appreciate that. Apostle
Yes, thank
Cecilia.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. How are you, Apostle?
I'm doing fine.
See your hand up.
I want to ask this. Is there any way you guys could send to Ben some of the new products? Because, I did my monthly purchases and did some other ones. But the one that I got from him, within a matter of hours, I got it. But the one that I ordered, it hasn't come in.
Which one did you order? The female, the women one?
Yeah, all those
Uh,
stuff.
the Harmony. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The Harmony is brand new, and I know that they had some and they sent out a lot of them already in the mail. I'm not sure if they had a huge demand for it right away or they're just backed up. But it's a brand new product. It just came out, so I'm not so sure about that. I'm gonna have to make a call tomorrow to find out if
Okay.
there's a delivery issue.
Okay.
Have you checked with UPS to see if maybe it's on its way?
No, it hasn't come because see, like another one that I also ordered, they told me that it's in the mail, but I've been waiting for almost a week now. That also hasn't come.
Yeah, then you have to call them tomorrow, or at least send them a ticket, send them information to find out what's going on. Maybe they're backed up over in Arizona. It's a very, very big possibility. Because right now we just finished the month. Everybody's doing everything at the end of the month. You know how it is.
Yeah.
The month end is not on the 30th with us. The month end is always on the first or the second or the third. And everybody's trying to make their purchase on the month end and
Yeah.
just buy because they want to qualify to make sure the month is closed. And we just finished the end of the month, was it 3 days ago? So maybe, when the people send in all these purchases,
Mm-hmm.
now the guys at the distribution hub in Arizona are having to work, extra hours to get all these packages out because so many purchases were done towards the end of the month. That's why I always tell everybody, make sure you make your purchase on the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, or the seventh. So
That's what I did.
you get an
That's what
extra
I
five
did.
percent commit. Yeah, you get an extra 5% commission, and you beat that rush. Because even if you do your purchase on the first or the second or the third, you're gonna get a lot of month end people in there too. But hey, you're starting the new month, so things are gonna slow down a little. So should be
Okay.
okay. But just check on that tomorrow. Send them a ticket
Mhm.
because that's probably gonna be the answer.
Okay. But we will appreciate it if Benny can have some.
Benny,
Mentally.
you need some of the female products.
Yeah, I'm waiting. They told
Okay.
me that they don't have a lot for the centers yet.
Yes. You know what?
So
I am jealous. I am jealous because the female products with the V Harmony is for women, and it's a very powerful product. They send me a sample. Of course, I'm not a woman, but they sent a sample to my wife. My wife got it, and my wife loved it. And now all the ladies in the team are getting the V Harmony, and they love it. They're saying, "Oh my God, my life is completely changed. I feel so good. It balanced my hormones and this and that." And I'm like, what about the men? We have one for men too, but they haven't even published it. It's kind of like the Father's Day. Nobody remembers about Father's Day. They remember Mother's Day, but they don't remember Father's Day. Anyway, yeah, but that's a good product, the female product. We have a lot of testimonies. 1 week, everybody's using it, and there's so many testimonies on the V Harmony. It is a powerful product. So Benny, you are the distributor. You have to call them and let them know. You have to tell them we need
Yes.
more. Yes,
Yes. They say
yes,
as soon as possible,
yes,
they will
yes.
ship.
As soon as they can. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's just the fact that they haven't made a whole lot because they just started. So that's a brand new one. Maybe they're making more as we speak. Did you
Right.
have another question, Ms. Vincent?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. No, Ms. Vincent, you have
Oh,
your hand
sorry.
up. Okay, no more hands. Okay, good. Well, great, guys. I
Sorry.
thank you.
No, I was trying to unmute it and I pressed the hand button again. Like I said, I'm new at this. But I wanted to ask really quickly, because I heard that I can't even talk. I'm a male, a guy, so I don't know if these products would have the same effect or adverse effects for me. That's what I wanted to bring up.
Oh, yeah.
Will
No,
it
no, no.
still?
Oh, okay. On the products, we have the one we're talking about right now is called V Harmony. It's a brand new product. The company just came out with it, and everybody
Okay.
can't for it because it actually is a very, very good product. They have the female version, but there's also a male version, and it's a very powerful, powerful product. Actually, the female one already came out. It's called V Harmony, and then they announced it during our 4th-year anniversary in Mexico. And they also have the male version of it. It's actually a male enhancer, and it's really, really good. It helps also with the male hormones, and that one's coming out too. So this is two brand new products that are brand new. They're just coming out. Everything else that we have is for both men and women, and they work equally as powerful on both men and women. There is no difference on everything else. It's just these two products are brand new.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but no, this is for you as well. No worries.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So I would be able to tell and share with both genders of my
Absolutely.
sickle cell friends as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
No worries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Anastasia,
Okay.
do you have another question?
Uh,
Yes.
David,
Actually, I have a testimony. I
Yes.
just wanted to quickly
Yes, go ahead.
share a testimony.
Yes.
2018, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. So I've been struggling, shaking, stiffness, and all those symptoms.
You were diagnosed with what? I'm sorry.
Parkinson's.
Oh, Parkinson's. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then 2020, 2020 what?
2018.
2018. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've been on medication, on the treatment for that, but it was up and down.
Yes. Yes.
So
Well, did you just start with us or how long?
yes, I started. Mr. Benny has been taking a good care of me.
Very good, very good. How are the products working for you?
I started with the Elite package,
Yes, all right, good job.
and he has been making sure that he checks me every day.
That's good.
So I've been having a problem of getting up at night, 3-4 times at night.
Mhm.
But ever since I finished my detox family pack, I sleep until in the morning.
Whoa,
I don't get up to
Amazing.
that is
pee.
amazing. That is great. That is
I
awesome.
used to snore like a lion. I'm no longer snoring.
Like a lion.
Yeah, I
Wow.
sleep soundless.
You were snoring like a lion. Well, that's funny.
I was snoring so bad that my husband will sometimes he will just get up and go to the living room and sleep in the couch.
Oh my goodness.
So he noticed that it's been a week since I have not been snoring.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
That
I've been taking my supplements like the past 3 to 4 weeks,
Wow.
and I noticed so much difference. I do some exercises, yes, I walk, I do some stretches, but not that much. So I'm not doing anything different.
That is
So
awesome. Oh my goodness, that's really good. You know, you're gonna
even
notice.
the shaking is getting low, getting down, because I used to shake a lot, or even when I'm sleeping, I'll wake up shaking. So it
Wow.
was disturbing me, my legs, my arms. But now I sleep very well.
Wow. That is
Wow.
I'm
amazing.
still shaking, but not all day long.
Right, right, right.
So it depends on the situation.
Wow.
So things are getting better on the tremors,
Hmm.
and some of the things has been eliminated by just taking the detox tea.
Wow. That
Because
is
I
an
was told
amazing.
that detox tea can help 40% of the issues. It does.
Yes.
So I just wanted to assure those who are new, those who have not yet started, they should just start. They should try it, and they should keep close to their mentors and do as they're supposed to, as they're told to do.
Right, right, right.
Where
That
this supplement works.
Okay.
So I won't take much of your time.
that is an awesome testimony. Oh my goodness. I wish I would have recorded this. So
Besides, Señor
Wow.
David, besides the detox, what else is she taking?
I'm
Anastasia,
taking
go
the
ahead.
detox family, which is what's the detox family, Mr. Benny?
The Vitarin, the Organex,
The
and the Vitamin,
Vitarin, the
Yeah.
Vitarin, the V organ, the V organics,
and the Balance.
And the
and
balance.
the Vitadol. So Mr. Benny added
I
V,
added Vitalay
Vitalate,
okay,
the
and then
Vitalate.
Vitally
the glutathione.
and glutathione
Hmm.
and glutation plus.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's great. That is awesome. So the glutathione plus, and then also the Vitalate, along with the detox family, which is, the Organex, Vitamin, and the Balance, um, with the nitro, no nitro,
No nitro.
right?
I've
That's
not
great.
started taking nitro.
That is great. So, Benny, did you just write it up? Is that what you put?
Right. I'm
So he's
recording
the one who
everything.
recommended it.
Yeah, Benny's gonna write it on the chat right now so that you guys can all have it. But that is a very powerful testimony. We had a we had a few other people also last year with a similar testimonial with the Parkinson's, and one of the ladies that we were actually working with, she was already like 79, something like that. She's like tremendously better, tremendously from
Oh, I
before.
forgot the brain fog.
The brain
It has
fog.
been said,
Yeah,
yes.
she's
I
been
used to
having
have
brain fog.
brain fog.
Yeah.
I even stopped driving because of the brain fog
Hmm.
and the stiffness of the neck. I'm good. I don't have any brain fog.
Wow.
So the pain, I still have pains, but they are not much.
Yeah, you want to add the Vitaldol for the pain because the Vitaldol is not contrary to anything. You just take the Vitaldol because that will help you relieve the pain.
Yeah, he added the Vitadol and the Vitally.
Mhm.
So I'm taking both.
Okay, very good. That's awesome. Good job, Benny.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We're gonna call you Dr.
I'm
Zuki,
learning.
Dr. Duki.
They call me and I said, I only know food.
Good
I'm not
job.
a
Good job.
doctor.
Vicky,
Thank you, Mr. Benny.
You're welcome.
welcome. Vicky, did you get that information?
Yes, I did. I have two neighbors, mother and son, and they do have the tremors.
Yes.
And I was thinking about the Neuro Cafe, but I don't hear that Mr. Benny recommended that. So
Well, the
I don't know.
Neuro Cafe also helps with it's the nootropic, it's for the brain, and I think Benny offered her a more complete formula, which has the glutathione liquid, glutathione capsule. It also has the Vital A, right? And then with the three vital organs, which is liver, kidney, and pancreas. So
Yes.
that combination actually, works tremendously after the detox.
Yeah, thank you. I got the information. Thank you so much.
Okay, very
You
good.
can contact me too. So
Yes.
we go
Okay.
one-on-one,
Yes.
then
Okay.
I'll explain more, listen to you, then
Yes.
I will know what step that will work for you.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Benny.
Did you hear
No,
that, Maureen? We got a
we're not
doctor in the house.
doctors
You're
nor
welcome.
nurses. Okay. Uh, eh, Señor David,
Yes.
may I share my testimonial?
Yes, of course. That's what this is for. Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick. Okay, let
Okay.
me open the camera. Okay, here we go. Uh, 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with 3 blocked arteries in my heart, and due to the position where the arteries were, they could not do anything when they did the exploration. Then I said they wanted to open up my chest, okay, open heart surgery in order to solve that situation. But I did not accept. The time went by, and then God put this product in my pathway, and I started taking it back in, that was February 2025. And then I went back to my cardiologist, and they ran the electrocardiogram again, and the condition did not show.
Wow.
Wow.
There is no more clogged arteries. And then my cardiologist said, Victoria, let's make sure there is nothing that we missed on that test. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to come back and have the ultrasound of your heart. And I went, that was in May, towards the end of May.
Mm-hmm.
And so a week after, June, I think it was June 2nd, not too long ago, I went for the follow up and also for him to tell me the results. And sure enough, he said, Victoria, your heart is well, is fine. He said,
Wow.
Wow.
so, and what I did is, of course, I did the detox. I took all the products, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, literally all the products, but I concentrated in taking the Vasculax and the Vinitro,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And I started taking it like what the bottle said, one dropper twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard the doctor, Dr. Tony Rodriguez, And he said, if you have any conditions of the heart, you take 2 droppers 4 to 5 times a day.
Mhm.
And I started doing that along with the Vasculax. Okay. And I now I'm not taking that much, but I'm still taking them because I want to maintain
Yes.
the health of my heart and my circulation. So I wanted to share that with all of you because the product works. Okay, it does its work, and of course, nothing is done without God's intervention. You
Mhm.
know, and
Amen.
so I just want to encourage every one of you to follow the dosage and do not look at, I'm going to have to buy more. No, we are worth it. We want to have a good health. We
Right.
want to live. I'm 75 years old, okay?
Wow.
And I want to live. I don't know, I'm not going to put a number. God knows when my time is going to be, but I am healthy.
Yes.
I am healthy. So
Strong.
thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for your testimony, Vicky. This is awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. That was great.
Great testimony.
Okay, here we go. Benny put the indication there: glutathione, Organex, Vitalay, Vitarin, Glutation Plus, the TD talks like perfect. That's Benny's information. If you guys go to the
Comment.
chat in
Chat.
the chat, Benny put the information right there. There's a person here says iPhone 8454212, but there's no name. Who is this?
Okay, my name is Yelva. Good evening,
Yelva.
everybody.
Good
Okay.
My
evening.
name is Yelva. Jean Richard is the one who invited me.
Yes.
I've been listening to you for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
But today, based on all the testimonial, I decide to buy the detox.
Yes. All right.
So, in order to buy the detox, I have to buy the whole things, right?
No,
No, not really.
you see, when you become a member, you can actually buy all the products at 50% discount. What
Okay.
I always mention to people is you can do that buying all the products separately if you want to, but if you're thinking of dealing with something and you require maybe this product, this product, this product, and you could get a pack, you save a lot of money because if you buy the pack, you get more money in product for that pack on top of the 50% discount. So it makes it makes good sense to buy the pack instead. It all depends, what you're dealing with and what condition you may be dealing with. So,
I just want the detox, but what I have a couple of black spot. I think it's melanin on my skin. I don't know if I take the detox that will help me out.
well, you would need the collagen too. That one is actually in the second pack. I believe it has the collagen. So
Okay.
it also has the detox, the second one. So, maybe you would Gene Natilis?
Yes,
Okay, Gene, yeah, just coach her through that. Look at the different packs they have, and then just
yes.
coach her on that because it's very likely it could be the second pack because that one I think has the collagen because the collagen is really good for the skin. And then, you want to make sure that the detox is complete, which is the Vitarin, the Organix,
Mm-hmm.
balance along with the tea. And I believe
Okay.
on the second pack, they're all there, I believe, if not on the third. But either way, you can also buy each product independently. You
Okay.
just happen to get more product for your money if you actually get a pack. That's all. But you're
Okay.
not
So
required.
it's better to get a pack.
It's better because you get more product in a pack, but you're not required to get a pack. You don't have to.
Yeah, yeah, but because you know what, from based on the all the testimonial, look like it's a very good thing. So I can buy for my family too. Especially
Absolutely.
the multivitamin.
Yes, yes. That's where this makes a lot of sense because you see, we have family, like here in my house, for instance, I got my two kids, right? So, everybody drinks coffee. And of course, they also get, sometimes, they have a feeling of a symptom. They're young, so they, have a flu or have a cold or have a cough or whatever. So I give them stuff. So it's always good to get, a pack because then you can share with the family. So
Yeah.
that's when the bigger pack, makes a lot of sense. Because if you were to buy a pack for each family member, it's more expensive. But if you get one for you that you can share with them, that makes a lot of sense.
All right.
Yeah, so it could be
Okay.
the $600 pack might have more things there. If you kids like to drink a good coffee, this has really good coffees in the
Mhm.
$600 pack, and you get the collagen and the V Daily, which is really good, the multivitamin, because you just
Right.
get water bottle like this one, and
Mm-hmm.
then you put the powder inside, and then
Okay.
you just shake it.
Mm-hmm.
This is my V Daily, so you can see that.
Ah, okay.
I just use the water and then I just drink a little bit and put the
Mhm.
powder in there and I
Okay.
just shake it and drink it. So, I give it to the kids as well. So that's
All
a good.
right. Okay, so you said that the pack is 600?
That one would be more complete for you to share with the family, and it has the complete detox pack, and it has many more too that you would really gonna like.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
Jean will
and
explain those to you.
if I become a member, it's going to be cheaper?
Well, the membership, it will be cheaper for you if you become a member, but for you, the membership will be free, just because I like you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, so Jean, you make sure you call me when you sign her up, okay, Jean?
I will. I will. Thank you,
All
Dave.
right.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right, thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, great, great, great. Coach Marie, are you there somewhere? Calling Coach Marie. She's probably busy. Okay, so I just wanted to announce to everybody that we will be leaving on Sunday to Haiti. So if you are from Haiti and you have family members there, please let them know that we will be in the eastern part. I believe it's called Cap
North
Haitian.